All right, we're here with Gio Urshela of the New York Yankees. And the first question that I have for you is, where did you come from? Because I know where you came from. You Blue Jays, Cleveland Indians. I know that you were an international free agent. But where did this come from?
Come from Colombia. Colombia, born and raised in Colombia.
So when you were, because obviously you didn't have like a draft experience. You were signed as an international free agent. How old were you when you were signed as an international free agent?
I was 17 and a half. I
Yeah.
signed July 2, 2008.
Yeah.
I signed Colombia.
So when you were in Colombia, like growing up there, who were some of your idols? Who were the guys that you looked up to and said, someday I want to be like that guy?
I mean, before I signed, I used to watch the Orlando Carrera, Gilbert Carrera, Edgar Renteria.
Yeah. Bunch of Red Sox.
Yeah. And then when I signed, I watched more like Alex Rodriguez. I always watch like the way he played.
Yeah. Have you gotten the chance to meet A-Rod?
I played against him in 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was with the Indians.
But now that you're in like the Yankee fraternity, have you gotten the chance to have conversations about baseball with A-Rod?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
We're gonna have to link that up.
Yeah,
I mean, sure. He's especially if you're sharing the same position here. So when you come into the 2019 season, well, actually, before we get to that, you were designated for assignment. When you get that phone call, presumably from your agent, what type of emotions are going through your head? Like you're not thinking like, oh, this is it, this is over for me. What did you think was the next step? Like, what did that motivate you? Were you discouraged? Were you upset?
Yeah, for sure. I was thinking that's gonna be a new opportunity for me. That I think that's why I'm here right now, because I never give up. I never put my head down. I always trying to keep my focus in this game. Always, I think that motivated me to work harder than I used to work, and that's why I'm here.
So when you get a call from the Yankees, I mean, growing up in Colombia, that there are these teams where it's like, because in the Dominican Republic, all you see is Red Sox hats and Yankees hats.
Yeah,
that's all you see.
Yeah.
So what's that like in Colombia? Like, are the Yankees like the biggest, most popular team?
The Boston Red Sox. I mean, Boston and Yankees.
Yeah.
They always those the two teams that most famous team right now in probably Latin America.
Yeah. So when you get a call from the Yankees for the first time and they're interested in signing you, like how excited were you to get that phone call?
I mean, really excited for me. Be honest, the first time in 2008 when I signed with the Indians, I almost signed with the Yankees too.
Really?
Yeah, that was between Yankees and the Indians. And
what made you lean towards the Indians?
Probably money.
Which is fair. I mean, if that's your first deal, you have
Indians,
to.
They always treat me good. When I went to Dominican, I went to Venezuela too for the tryouts, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I decided to. That's why I decided for the Indians.
So is there, because you were at 27?
Yeah.
So when you first got to the big leagues, who was in the big leagues at that point where you kind of grew up watching them and it was like, oh my God, I can't believe that this guy is I get to play against this guy. Who was that for you besides A-Rod?
Besides A-Rod, I think David Ortiz.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Boston. Yeah, that was good. That was good play with him that year. And
with Cleveland?
Yeah, I was with the Cleveland.
What year was that?
15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad year for the Red Sox. They finished in last place that year. That wasn't ideal. So now, you have this opportunity where you sign with the Yankees later down the road when you had the opportunity to before. When you go into spring training, what are they telling you? Because you can't assume, obviously, that Miguel Andujar is going to be out for the whole year. You don't know if there's a clear path for you to be an everyday player. So what were they saying to you in spring to sort of give you the focus of, all right, maybe I can win a job here, but maybe I can't because they're kind of set in the infield right now? What was that?
I mean, I knew that if something happened, I'm probably going to get the shot to the big leagues, and I knew I'm gonna start in the AAA team and see what's happened. I always was ready. trying to focus. That's what I did in spring training. Try to do my best, trying to show the people that I can still play in the big leagues.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like you're hitting what, like 330 right now, like something like that. So how have you prepared your body and your mind to be an everyday player? You're kind of just like, age 27 is that's not a stereotypical first season for a big leaguer that's performing at that level. So how are you preparing yourself to be like, all right, not only am I playing every day, I'm playing for the New York Yankees, and I'm one of the best offensive players on the team. Like, how have you prepared yourself for that?
I mean, I prepare myself like with my routine. I got a routine every day that trying to prepare my body, to prepare my mind every day, every single day, like doing the stuff that's gonna help me the rest of the year. Try to stay healthy. That's the most important thing for me. Stay healthy, and then do my best in the field.
Right. So you're definitely like in uncharted waters, being that they're just like, okay, Andujar's down for the year. Because obviously you were playing every day up to the announcement that he was going to be out for the year. Did they come to you at any point? Like, did the news that Andujar was out for the year, was that released publicly before it was made known to you, or did they come to you and say, hey, like, we're going to need you every day now?
No, they never told me like you're gonna play every day. That just go there and if I'm playing, I'm gonna do my best, and not playing, gonna be the same way. Support my team. That they do a really good job in the team. They giving the opportunity to play and help the team win.
So who on the team this year has sort of taken you under their wing and said, I'm a veteran here. This is how we do it around here. This is what you need to. They basically showed you the ropes. Who's been that guy for you?
I mean, we all like. I'm 27. We know like what we have to do to help the team win. We always I always talking like everybody there. They good person, they good player. Sorry, and we always try to talk in the game in the clubhouse about how we're gonna win this game. We're gonna win the series. How we're gonna win the World Series.
Yeah, but there's been no one guy that's been like, hey Gio, like this is how we do this. This is how we do that. It's just been everybody.
No, everybody.
Interesting. I heard that Brett Gardner is the funniest guy in the clubhouse. Can you confirm that, or is there someone else to you that's funnier than Brett Gardner?
Sorry. Brett. God is the man. I like his personality. Is good. He's always like when he go to the games, always fighting for that win. And that's what I like. And everybody like that. Every fans in New York, that's all what I want.
Yeah. So I was in the house last year for the playoffs, Game 4 of the division series. It was the loudest and most energy that I think I've ever felt in any stadium for any sporting event ever. How do you stay focused when you're out there? And I mean, obviously it helps that they're on your side versus like getting on you if you're an opposing player. But even if they were on my side, how do you sort of block out the noise and just focus on your game? Because, if you're playing in Cleveland, you're playing in Toronto, you're on the road in some of these ballparks like Oakland, there's like 17 people there. How do you go into Yankee Stadium with a packed house and just zone out the rowdiness of the crowd?
Yeah, for me, I had the opportunity to play in the playoff 2017. For be honest, the first 2 innings, that was you can hear a lot the fans. After that, you get used to that loud,
right?
And then you feel more comfortable in the field after that.
Where was the playoff game?
Here in New York.
Okay. Yeah.
Against the Yankees.
So, yeah, I mean, if you've been on the opposite end of it, it's not fun. No. Because I mean, it was the 9th inning, Red Sox Yankees. I'm in Yankee Stadium. It was deafening, and my palms were sweating. I was freaking out. My chest was pounding. I was like, I'm not even playing in this game. I couldn't even imagine standing out in the outfield being like, please don't hit the ball to me. Please don't hit the ball to me. Because if there's if there's anything in sports that's magnified to that degree, it's Red Sox Yankees. And you've gotten a taste of that. It's coming again this weekend. So do you, as a player, do you feel any difference at all when it's Red Sox Yankees? I know like there's definitely a different energy with the fans and the crowd, but do you as a player feel a difference when it's Red Sox Yankees?
I don't think I feel any different. I think the fans, they always there supporting the team. They probably like they get more crazy when it's Boston because the history of Boston Red Sox is big. But for me, like pretty much the same. If I'm playing with other team.
Yeah. Do you guys get sick of the whole like, oh, it's the Rail Riders, not the Yankees that are playing this year? Like it's not the guys that are supposed to be there. I mean, you guys are in first place. You're threatening for best record in the big leagues. At what point do you think people will just be like, all right, like they might not be the intended players that we wanted, but these players are pretty damn good too? Like, do you guys take offense to it? Does it motivate you? Like, what's the thought process?
For sure, as a motivation that we got like really good players. Everybody in the clubhouse, they always go to the field to get them win. They always fighting every inning, every pitch. We always prepare for everything. Doesn't matter like how many players we got in the injury list. We always trying to do the best and taking advantage of every opportunity that the managers give it to us.
I mean, like, it must be insane, though, when it's just, like, another guy and then another guy. And then, like, at what point are you just numb to it? Where it's like, hey, like, we just lost James Paxton, or we lost CC Sabathia, or we lost Aaron Judge. And the list just keeps going on and on. Like, Severino hasn't even thrown a pitch yet this year, and you guys are still in first place. There must be, like, it must go from deflating, where it's like, oh, we lost another guy, versus all right, we lost another guy, but we're still winning baseball games. So like it doesn't really, like, you must be numb to it at some point.
Yeah. The way that we prepare, the way I prepare myself, the way that everybody prepare his mind to go there and win games is unbelievable. They do a great job trying to give that advantage to everybody to go there. Doesn't matter who's in the injury list. We go in there to fight every game.
Your walk-off against the Tampa Bay Rays at Yankee Stadium, the gap shot over, what was that? Kiermaier's head in center field. Was that your number one baseball moment for you ever?
Yeah, probably. That was my first walk-off.
Yeah.
So that was fun for the Yankees. And I mean, I think it's the best moment for me in baseball.
Ever?
Yeah. I mean, after my first game in the big leagues, I think that was it.
Because your first game in the big leagues, I think your first hit was a base hit, but you also homered in your first major league game.
Yeah.
So how would you compare those two experiences?
I mean, for like every player, every hitter, they always excited for the first hit, and then after that, you always gonna be focused for win games, and that was for the walk-off. That was for a win game. That for this team that we were fighting for the first place.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, that was the game that you took over first place.
Yeah.
Right. Did you keep the baseball?
Yeah, it's in my locker.
There you go. Who has the ball for your first major league hit?
I had it at home.
Okay.
Yeah, I had it my first hit and homer.
The same game.
Same day.
What'd you have to give up to get the homer?
Nothing. The ball come back.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Come back.
There you go. So keep all your bats. Keep all the signed merch. All that. So the last question that we ask all of our guests is, if you could go back in time to watch any moment in baseball history live in person, you don't even have to be born, what would that moment be? You can go back to whatever moment in baseball history. You're in the seats, you're in the stands, and you can watch it live.
I want to watch when they put the games in black and white on TV.
Yeah.
I want to like big sitting and watching all of those games.
Okay. Who would you go back to see?
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth?
Yeah.
Do you think if Babe Ruth played today that he would be nearly as good?
Probably it's gonna be a little bit harder. The way we play now.
Right.
But,
I mean, he's never seen a fastball over 88 miles an hour in his life.
So probably it's gonna be a different.
So in theory, you could be better than Babe Ruth.
and that if I'm playing right
Yeah.
now in back in the day,
If you played in like 1918, you'd probably hit 84 home runs.
probably.
Gio Urshela, New York Yankees. Thank you so much. See, we can play nice. Red Sox guys and Yankee guys, we can play nice. We can
Yeah,
just have a
yeah.
little conversation about
Yeah,
baseball.
for sure.
Oh, God. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.